Hey, Dove Honor here, and welcome to another episode of My Friends and I. And this episode should be particularly interesting because this is direct feedback from my friends to me, and then, of course, to you all. So, my friends and I met a couple of weeks ago again, as always. And they were dragging me as always, or as friends do. It's insane. And the drag is they said, guy, like you started out to teach people about like maybe like financial literacy, but that's not exactly how they said like investment and stuff. And then you started with bamboo and rice vest and how to buy stocks and how to do like skipping like maybe like 50 steps or 100 steps in like the basics of how to hold money back, like how to retain money from like your job, from your income, from your business, like how to retain money in a time where it is almost impossible to retain money after expenses. Because for most of the world, everybody lives within minimum wage. Very few people are above minimum wage. So it's very hard to retain money, but that's the first step in building financial literacy, building financial literacy, building wealth. I don't want to say wealth because wealth is so relative, but in just building up your savings and being financially safe and secure for men and women. Because at some point you will become a provider, you will become a helper, you will become a support, and it's good for both genders, right? So it would be primarily primal to talk about how to retain more money, to yourself, basically. So from your income, from your business, from wherever. So, and how do you retain money in an economy where inflation is going up, cost of living is doubling, groceries every week is gradually but consistently increasing, but income remains the same. So how do you get people to retain more money, more income? And of course, the first step is like, okay, let's make more money, diversify, blah blah blah, more income streams, and all of these things, good things that we hear. But yeah, there are also, and these are things that are not directly in your control. So you want to go directly to things that are in your direct control and how you can retain more money to yourself before you can think of like investing it, getting it to work for you, trying to maybe not double it per se, but trying to grow it in general. So this episode will try to address that, and then we will go from there. So let's go right in. Growing up, I had always thought that rich people should not have issues like with buying stuff. Like they can just go out and buy whatever they want, or at whatever price. Just you can afford it, so just do it. Or even like charity, like give people money because you can afford it. Because you have so much of it, you just give it out. Like I've always had that thing in my head. Like, hey, when I grow up, I want to give out as much money as possible because I want to do this, I want to do good, blah blah blah. And then I think there are these memes flying everywhere. Like, hey, I want to be able to go into a store, any store, and just buy the things that I want without looking at the price tag. That is such not a rich people thing. Like it might sound like a rich thing to do, but trust me, it's not a rich people's culture. Because rich people want to ensure that they get value for their money. And if something is too pricey, trust me, the people who will cry about something being too pricey is even the rich people. And if anything has taught us anything in this economy is just listening to Dangote complain about how like he's being short armed by the government in crude and in this. I mean, you could say here he's the richest black man in the world. Of course, also the richest black person in Africa. He could afford it. But no, like it has to be valuable. You have to get it at the best price possible. That's how to stay rich. So the number one thing about again, rich and wealth is, I would say, so relative. So I'll try not to say that. I'll try to say to increase your savings or become more financial secure or more financial literate and stuff like that. That's probably the word I'll try to use. But of course, I'm trying to go against my nature here. Is to ensure that you're retaining more money to yourself than you're giving out, which will mean that you don't want to just throw out money because you have the money to throw out it, but you want to ensure that whatever thing you're trying to get brings more value, gives you more in use value than you're giving out in cash value, basically. And these are like words from Wale Diswato, but this is in a different context anyway. But yeah, you want to get more in use value than you pay for it in cash value. So the first thing is not to buy anything at no price. I want to walk into a store and buy anything without looking at the price tag. That used to be, I don't say my prayer, but that used to be the prayer. Everybody has it on their status. I want to go into a store and look at it. That no, like I don't know who thought of those things, but no, that is not being financially literate. That's not being financially secured. That's not even building towards wealth. That's not even building towards savings. Like that is in the opposite direction. And my favorite line from Sam Loco is that is such an advanced backward thing. Like you're advancing backwards. So the first thing is to get rid of that notion that I want to be able to buy anything without looking at the price tag. I don't know. But not in the context I would think about it anyways, right? I would try to dive deeper as we mean to go on. The next thing that we have seen in recent times, not even in recent times, for the longest time actually, it's actually the opposite. The other thing we've seen in the longest time is when you see people make this comparison, like they put a photo of billionaires, so say Mark Zuckerberg or Bill Gates, stuff like that. And then they put a photo of, I would say, a regular person beside them who has all of the chain on, bling bling on. And I'm not saying like an artist or a musician, that is a lifestyle, that we could excuse them from that. But just we regular people in chains, in bling bling, in designer bags, designer clothes and stuff like that. And then they put us side by side with the billionaires of the world, and they are all like in plain t-shirts and plain pants, no designer anywhere, at least not that we can see. Simple, maybe expensive, but pretty simple to the eye, and all of these things. And then it will always go with the fact that, hey, it's people who do not have money who make the loudest noise or try to put on the show to have that impression that they have money. And then the real people who have money, they're not even making effort to show it because they already have it. And that will bring me to the next one. It's like, if you want to be rich, you want to ensure that you are keeping most of your money, not spending most of your money to look rich. I don't know if that makes sense. Because if, like, for the longest, we've been conditioned to go out and buy the most expensive shoe, the most expensive watch, and I'm not against the expensive lifestyle, just stay with me here. So the most expensive clothes, the most trendy thing, the blah blah blah. Again, just to keep up an appearance of maybe doing well in life or looking rich or in quote unquote in luxury. But that is again in the exact opposite direction of where you want to go. Like that is in the exact direction of where you want to go. That's again advancing backwards. Instead, you want to keep most of the money in your pocket, in your bank account. That is how to build wealth. That's how to build financial literacy. So it's to keep more money to yourself than you are giving out. So you get paid 100,000, 200,000, whatever thousand. And I'm not even saying basic necessities. I'm not saying like you go to buy groceries or buy food or pay utilities and stuff like that. But just going out to buy the latest shoe, the latest watch, the latest phone, all of these kind of things. Again, it's in the opposite direction. You want to keep more money to yourself in your bank account, in your savings or whatever, because that's the way to build savings. And then your savings begin to yield interest. Like they say, your money begins to work for you. And then you're going to have what they call passive income. So the money that you have kept for yourself or kept with yourself is now yielding its own interest. And that way you have more freedom. You cannot afford to buy more things from the money your money is making for you. And of course, the elephant in the room is, being a valuable person to attract wealth. So at your job, you want to be the best at your job to keep your job, number one. You want to be the best at your job to get promoted. You want to do your job the best to get, to score maximum points in your appraisals, and then you get promoted. Your income increases. You probably get a different job offer that's higher than what you have right now. You want to keep upskilling. You've heard this the most probably in the past 2 years. With the coming of generative AI, jobs are going to be blown away. So you need to kind of learn how to use AI so that AI enhances your job, and then you can stay in the market and stuff like that. So, or develop new sort of skills to get a second job or get a third job, and just find a way to increase your value. Generally, when your value increases in the job market, that also increases your earning potentials. So that's like that's like the elephant in the room. Like it goes without saying, like you need to earn more. But if you're earning more and you're losing more to like lifestyle, to spendings and stuff, then you're not retaining more money to yourself to grow your savings, which is why I'm leaving this as the third thing that I talk about. Of course, you should. The first thing is your income. You want to increase your, maybe even increase the number of income. So if you have a job, you could have a business on the side, you could have another consulting thing on the side. The point is just to be all around valuable. Like your value, how valuable you are to the job market increases your value generally. Just tells how much money you can get out of the job market, from different spheres. And if you're at a job, you're really good, some other company, purchase you, they offer you more money, is something that aligns with your mission, your vision. You want to, of course, that's how to grow. You want to increase your skill, learn new skills, go professional, be really good at your job, increase your skill level, upskill, learn new skills, go with the market flow, build your portfolio so much that you are invincible. You want to have a plethora of skills, like 4, 5, 10 skills. You are such a rounded player that if layoff comes around, like you are the last to get laid off. Like they only have to lay off if they don't have any other choice, right? So, and that's and sometimes it could be all of this and still get laid off. And that's at that point, you know for sure that this was not your fault, this was not your making, right? Like there was nothing you could do. Like you did everything you could do. And those times you can go to bed and with your head high, or to be at peace with yourself, because you did everything you were supposed to do to be valuable. And it's just one of the things in life. And like someone said, like life is meant to be lived and not understood. That's fine. You've done all you can. But the one thing that you would not be able to, you might not be able to live with yourself, is to say that there was so much you could do, but you did not do it, and so you were let go, you were let off. And that's not the mindset that we want to be in. So yeah, skill sets, and I'm the one to say this, and I'm right now. Again, with the coming of generative AI, I am trying to upskill like crazy, because all of the things that we would do manually are now being automated, and I'm trying to pick up new skills. And if you've listened to the recent podcast episode from Diary of a CEO, you would see all of these fears in the next 2 years. What jobs will still be here in the next 2 years, and what jobs will be gone? And I think Presley, he said, in the next 2 years, a plumber would even out-earn a lawyer, because ChatGPT is the greatest lawyer. It has all of the laws. So what lawyers will now have to do is to learn prompting to become better lawyers. But like the law profession in itself, maybe aside from judges, which is terrible, because now there's all of these entry-level positions that would struggle to get filled up because AI could do all of the. Anyways, that's a different conversation. But anyways, and sometimes upskilling may mean getting a whole new set of skill. Right? I don't know if I'm saying that right, because upskilling is like just upgrade your skills, your present set of skills, like upgrade it. But I think you can also get a different set of skill and consider that upskilling as well. But I'm looking for the word for, let's say you were in this industry and now you have to move to a different industry, which quote unquote in terms of hierarchy used to be a lower industry, but now it is the in vogue industry where it's going to keep its job and it's getting all of this hype. Whatever I have to do to survive, just want to ensure that income is steady, it keeps coming. Because if income is disrupted, then like it's going to be chaos. Like we're now stepping into untold, unfamiliar territories where we don't want to go to. But hey, if we ever come to a point where our income stops coming, what would you bank on then? Guess what? You would have to bank on the savings that you've had to carry you through the next 2, 3, 4, 5 months while you're applying to a new job or to new jobs and upskilling and trying to improve yourself to get back into the job market. It's your savings that will save you. And if your savings are also generating interest, you're going to be not in a sweet spot per se, but you're going to be way better off than if you were just trading all of your money. The other thought that's coming to my head right now is, yeah, of course, if you buy the brands and all of the lifestyle and quote, and then when you're laid off or you're in this time where income is not coming as it used to come, you could sell some of these things as well. But my question to you would be, which would you rather be? The person whose savings can save them or keep them afloat while the job hunt, or the person who has to sell off the stuff that that they bought for comfort or whatever, to survive. Like you can pick and choose. There's no right and wrong, and that's my belief. As inspired by Seun, because there's no right and wrong. This is life and death. So would you want to be the person who lives off their savings, off the interest of their passive income, from the money that they say while income was coming, or do you want to be the person who has to sell their stuff to make ends meet? Trust me, I've been both, and I know the one that I prefer for sure. And as my disclaimer, as I would always say, when I come here to share this, I'm not coming from a place of I have this figured out. These are things that I'm doing right now. These are things my friends are also doing right now, and these are things that we discuss amongst ourselves to just keep ourselves afloat. And again, try to ensure that we have this support system amongst us to ensure that when the rainy day comes, we have some kind of support. And of course, if we could be saving for a rainy day, but then comes a storm. So I don't think we could ever be prepared, but at least you have to put effort into being prepared for when those stormy days or rainy days come. But yeah, Duff Honor out. And I think I'll leave this here for today, and then I'll go ahead and ask you, what money habits do you think is keeping you where you are? That's one. And this could be your job, this could be your income. I'm probably in all of those right now. And then what rich people habit are you learning to imbibe into your own habit and routine right now to ensure that you're in a better place than you were last year? And then what advanced backward habits are you also doing? That's like anti-rich, some of the things that you thought was a rich lifestyle, and then it was working in the opposite direction. And also let me know what you think about what you thought about, like this should be a rich people thing, but now that you've grown up and you've seen how exactly the world works, you now realize that is not a rich people's thing. And then have you ever wondered why rich people would negotiate like crazy to get the best deal, when of course they have the money to get at any price point where they keep negotiating? Have you come to realize why rich people do this, and are you there at that point in your life to why when you're that you're doing that as well? Just you can share your thoughts, and then I would also go as far as saying, what are your money goals for this year? And my money goal for this year is just to be able to stay alive. I just want to be able to stay alive. That's my money goal. And then we can talk about building our savings. And by staying alive is like, hey, upskilling, getting into better job roles, high skill job roles, high earning potentials, and just ensure that you're positioned for when the inevitable happens and generative AI kind of takes over, and at least you still have a job, you still have an income, because you have this plethora of skills to save you on the rainy days. So let me know, share your thoughts, share your lessons, and of course let me know what other insight that you think could help you save better, to build more financial literacy, to build more financial security for yourself and for those that you love. Finally, someone shared this with me. I'm not sure where I saw, but it was a video for sure. I don't know who shared it with me right now, but it is like, so if you in Nigeria, right, if you earn, let's say 1 million naira for the year, so divided by 12 months, that's like 90 something K per month, or whatever that case is. So if you earn, or it's something K, if you earn 1 million naira per year annually, if you earn 2 million naira annually, if you earn 5 million naira annually, if you earn 10 million naira annually, in Nigeria, we know to live within the confines of your earning potentials, right? So if you earn 1 million naira per year, you know that your monthly expenses should be way below 70K and stuff like that. I mean, reality is like that's not the case, because of inflation, because of the devaluation and all of the things that's happening to us. And minimum wage is set at 77,000 naira, which is supposed to be able to cater for at least one individual needs for the whole month, but that's not the case. But aside the I don't know, imbalance or unbalance of our economical structure right now, we know for sure that if you earn 100K per month, for instance, your expenses should be all below 100K, because like there's no money coming from anywhere else, right? So you have to learn to live within that means. And then once in a while, you might shoot above it, and then you have to take a loan so that when the salary comes, you pay off the loan, and then you have to leave with whatever balance is left. So basically, we are still living within the confines of our earnings, because I mean, we're not a credit society, so we do not have even loans. Like loans are a recent things, like easy access to loans are a recent thing. So usually you have no choice but to live within the means of your earnings. I mean, sometimes you could get a new job here and there, get a side hustle here and there. You could be a caterer, an event planner, you bake, so many other things. Like you are an electrician, you are a plumber, all of those other things that we do on the side. Yeah, and then money will come here and there, but those are other things you can bank on. That's why you have to learn. We have been conditioned to live within the confines of our earning potential, right?